I'm going purple for the boy because this young man should have a statue built at the box. I'm not sure if he's joined yet. It looks like he may have just jumped in. It's the one.
This is the one.
This is the one in the Oli. This is the Creole Bambino, folks. When I met him, let's go.
What's up, big dog?
How you been, man? Long time no talk.
I'm good, brother. I know. I'm good, brother. How are you?
For our fans at home,
you just pulled Cade Beloso out of your hat. Come on now.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite college baseball player of all time. Told him that when I met him too. I was like,
I don't know about that.
He's everything I wanted to be as a college baseball player. I was about 10 years before you, Cade, but I was a left-handed hitter.
Yeah.
Couldn't really find my position on the field, but I love to hit. Yeah, this is big time. Welcome to the show.
That's what we're here for. It's the hitting, man. Why do you want to play the field? We're here for the hitting. Yeah.
So here's the deal, folks. Chicks dig the long ball. Mr. Beloso, just like John Fanta, who we had on the forum, they expecting as well. So we cannot even begin to thank you enough for jumping on and taking some time out of your schedule, brother.
Anytime you text me, I immediately answer. I'm like, I gotta answer my guy. Gotta take care of my guy.
All right, so this is a true story. For those that don't know, I'll fill you in. I'll give you the Spark Notes version because you guys know I can ramble. The last time I saw Mr. Beloso, it was, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours after he won a national championship. It was think about it. I haven't seen you since then.
Yeah, I know, man. And I don't remember much about that night, but, I do remember seeing you all up in Omaha for sure.
It was pretty wild.
So let me ask you this, Cade. How are we feeling tonight against Alabama? Are we going to get back on track or no?
Yeah, man, of course. As you guys know, the league's so tough, man, and it just gets better and better every year, it seems like. And, you got to take each game, each weekend like it's its own, opportunity, right? You can't overlook anything. You can't look past anything. And sometimes baseball just happens, man. I just think that happened to us this weekend. But, yeah, absolutely. I think we'll get right back on track tonight. Boys are going to be dialed.
Are you still in Baton Rouge, brother?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Me and my wife still live in the same house from college, and we're just kicking it here, man. Life's good in Baton Rouge.
Hell yeah.
I love it. Hey, I got to ask real fast because I have this debate all the time with people. I'm sure you got to face him in like fall ball or at least pre-spring. Like, how good is Paul Skenes? Like, give me a 1 out of 10, 10 being impossible to hit against.
Dude, it's like an 11. When he's dialed in, it's not like it's not a fun at bat. I'll tell you that. But it's
just impossible.
Say that again.
Like, even as a left-handed hitter, like you're still having just tons of trouble.
Yeah, man. You think you're like, oh, we got a righty. Like, I'll see the ball a little bit better, and it's even harder with the way he stands on the mound and he's moving on both sides of the rubber, and on top of that he throws 100 with a bunch of movement and has like a whatever you call it, a splinker and a sweeper and all this other crap that you just got to deal with. It's not a fun at bat. I'm glad he was on my team, and glad I can call him a teammate and get to watch him in the big leagues now.
At what point that fall were you guys like, oh shit, he's a dude? Because he transfers in from Air Force. He's not even a full-time pitcher. He's like a two-way guy.
Yeah, I knew that before he even got to college, man. Before he even got to LSU, because sorry, I'm checking traffic, fellas. Got to make sure, safety first.
Big time.
I knew he was a stud even before he got to campus, because we faced him at the box in 2021, I believe, during COVID, and dude, he closed the game and he was just sitting like 97, 98 with a lot of run. And I'm like, who is this kid? Like, he was a freshman. We didn't know anything about him. And I want to say he struck out Trey and struck out Mitchell Sanford, who's at Ole Miss now, to end the game. And I'm just like, God, that guy was a stud. Ended up being like, a catcher, and played first base for them too and pitched. I was like, golly. But yeah, really the first day Paul stepped on, you're just like, yeah, he's something special. And selfishly, I'm glad he only pitched, because if he hit, dude, he would have probably led our team in home runs, and a lot of us wouldn't have been able to hit, like including myself. He would have been the DH. Yeah. He's just a freak, man.
So annoying when guys can do it both so easily. It's like, come on, man, leave some talent for the rest of us.
And he's 6'8". I'm like, man, I would have loved just a couple more inches.
Don't we all?
I think back about that run, dude, and to this day, like obviously so much insane talent, but you
Right.
guys loved the hell out of each other, and that was like
Yeah.
where I really like started to chase the heck out of this thing because I craved
Right.
that community. Tell the viewers and like the dudes listening at home, like, what's it like to be a part of that LSU fraternity? I know that was like the most cliche question ever, but it
Right.
is
Right.
like
No, I
so
see what you're
tangible.
saying there. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's special, man, and especially that team. And you had so many good dudes on that team. You know, Travinsky, Hurd, Dugas, Malazzo, Jordan Thompson, Joe Bear, Skenes, Cruz, like all these guys. Tommy White. You can go on down the list. Everybody. Um, it was just so fun being around those guys, man. You're showing up to the field, way earlier than you should have just to hang out in the locker room and check in on your boys. You're roasting people in the locker room from yesterday's joke or whatever the case may be. And man, like it's really hard to put in words how special that bond is and how much fun we had. It's once in a lifetime team for sure, but just the dudes on that team are awesome, man. I still try to talk to everybody as much as I can. I know everybody's busy, pro ball or moved on, et cetera. But yeah, anytime I think about the national championship team, I think about like the fellowship nights on the road when you're hanging out in hotel rooms or our team meetings or just cutting up and stuff like that. And then obviously you throw the national championship run on top of that, and man, like it's something I'll cherish with me, And I know the other guys feel the same way forever, you know.
Yeah. No, there's always this like folklore that once you win a national championship, you never have to pay for a beer or a meal again in town. How often does your meal get picked up from somebody else in the restaurant?
You cut out a little bit. The last thing I heard was like free beer and food.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
how often is your meal paid for at a restaurant in Baton Rouge now that you're a national champion?
I I would say a good bit, man. Little town recognize you and want to get you a beer, whether you go to a bar, or a football game, or a baseball game, or something like that. And it's just great to have that type of fan support. I've been out of it for 2 years, but people still act like it was yesterday. And oh, hey, you remember this? Remember this? I'm like, yeah, I do really well. And people just get so excited. So I think that's really cool about it. But yeah, it still happens every now and then, which is cool.
Yeah, because your favorite player's favorite player. Duh. I want to know who coined the nickname because it has got to be the best to have ever donned an LSU jersey. Who coined the Creole Bambino?
All right, dude. So during COVID, my brother was still living in New Orleans, and I went back home for the shutdown or whatever, lockdown, whatever you want to call it. And
Yeah.
we were just like, we would always give each other nicknames, man. Just on top, just on top of each other, just giving nicknames left and right, left and right. And for my birthday, he put out like an Instagram post, and he was like, "Happy birthday to a favorite person in the world, the Creole Bambino." He called me like the Cajun egg roll and all this other stuff, and so that's where it kind of stuck. And then like people on the team just started calling me that, and then I obviously like Twitter during the postseason and stuff like that. It got a little Devin Snow, hold the Mayo, my guy. He started running with that too. So it originated from my brother though.
All right. Brother's got it taken care of. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like I think the Instagram post is still up there. If you go look at it, it's hilarious.
I have to go find it.
Yeah, Chase is his name. It's so funny.
Shout out to Chase. Chase needs more recognition. That's beautiful stuff. We got to get that. You got to get that copyrighted for Chase.
That really was funny. Like during the run, and everyone's like saying, he's like, "Dude, the nickname kind of stuck a little bit." I'm like, "Yeah, this is all your fault, by the way."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That one's way cooler than Cajun egg roll, though. So thank God we can let Chase on.
I know, dude. That would have been tough, man. I'm on like a little on the thicker side, so the egg roll would have been tough, man. I know I'm kind of built like one, but that sucks. I like the Bambino better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Thick with 3 C's of 400 plus into the bleachers in Omaha. Oops. Oh, look at muscle, son.
Do you have
you look good the rest of your life?
Run?
It takes. Say that again.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite home run from that year?
Yeah, honestly, like my last one that I hit at Alex Box was probably my favorite. Like the one in Omaha was obviously very cool. Like you dream of hitting a home run in the College World Series, but how much LSU and the box and all the fans mean to me. Hitting that last one in the Super Regional against Kentucky That was probably my favorite one of my career. I think we went up 3-1 or 4-1 in that game when I hit a 3-run shot, and it just got that was the loudest I ever heard that stadium, and that's probably my favorite one. Even though the one in Omaha is pretty sick, but I'm all about the hometown and the box.
Yeah. Like growing up, did you end up like going to the box quite a bit? Did parents take you over there?
Absolutely. Yeah, so
Okay.
I mean, I kind of bounced around after Hurricane Katrina. I lived in Alabama and Texas, but I would always go to the SEC tournament and would try to make as many football and baseball games as I could living away. So yeah, I tried to as much as I could. So I made a good bit. I remember being on the field with the '09 team, like shagging balls in the SEC tournament, and I was like, "Damn, this is sick! Like I gotta find a way to get here."
That's crazy. How old were you then?
9. Yeah, 9.
Oh, 9. You were 9. Nice. That's wild, man. What was it like playing for Jay? Jay has slowly become like one of my, not only my favorite coaches to like hang out with, but Coach Johnson's been like one of my favorite people like I've gotten to like really get to know over the years. Like, what was it like playing for him?
Dude, I would literally die for that man. Like he's helped me out so much in my life, and not even just with baseball. Like I'm obviously changed my career, the way I hit and the way I thought about the game, and the mental side of the game and all that. But just like helping me become a better person and better, like at the time, boyfriend, fiance, husband, and just lessons that he's taught me that have stuck with me in my everyday life. Like it's just I can't say enough good things about him as a person and a coach. And Miss Marine is awesome as well. It takes a village to be a coach, as you guys all know how much time they put into it. And the Johnsons are special, and I think LSU is very lucky to have them.
Sorry, I was checking scores there for a second.
They started already?
What's the prediction?
There's some games.
The Tigers
Some
play
games
7:30.
Okay, I didn't even know what time we played. That shows how dialed I was today.
Yeah, well, isn't your baby due like in a week? You've got like some bigger fish to fry right about now.
Yeah, we're due Wednesday, so going to be a dad coming up pretty soon. So that's going to be exciting. Whole new ball game there. So I got to get ready for that.
I got a weird feeling
with babies coming like the next week.
So say that again.
We just had John Fanta on, and they're about to have a baby like next week.
That's crazy. That's exciting though.
You guys should pick the name. Like you should pick John's baby's name, and John should pick your baby's name. Not really sure how the wives will feel about that, but it'd be kind of a fun.
What's he naming his baby?
He said they're having a boy. You guys having a boy or girl?
We're having a girl, so that might be a little tough if it's not not unisex. So
yes, yeah. That's so crazy, man. It is wild to think how far this journey has come. Do you miss being around the game like as much as you do? Like, we got to get you doing more of this, man. You were born to be on the mic, if not in the dugout coaching, dude.
I appreciate that. I still think about it all the time. In terms of like missing the game, man, I don't really. I miss competing just because that feeling, like of strapping it up and trying to win a game. Like there's no other feeling that'll replicate that ever. I've come to the conclusion. You could play money games in golf. Not the same thing as Friday nights in college baseball. But man, I just miss being around the guys, man. I miss I miss the locker room. I miss early work with the fellas on the field, just hitting, doing the do. But I think that I truly left everything I had out on the field. Like I have zero regrets with my career, and I think a lot of people don't get to say the same thing. Like I have no regrets when I lay my head on the pillow at night. Like, and I think about baseball, like I'm good, man. Like I can't ask for much more. So yeah, no regrets, really, man.
That's wild, man. How cool!
It's a good film. It's a good film.
Yeah, dude. It was a storybook ending, and that was like literally like 2 weeks before. Obviously going to George Mason, which some people say the Hap is just like the box. I'm not one of those people, but
I do say that. Yeah.
You close your eyes. Actually, the Hap doesn't even have lights. That's a little bit of a buzzkill, but
I love it. That reminds me of the Cape, man. I love it.
Yeah, not like the Cape either, but I appreciate the sentiment. It was truly like such a storybook running, but it was 2 weeks earlier. My alma mater makes a regional, and that's when I really had started the pencil talk things. That's why I was always so grateful for y'all, because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I asked you today, 2 years later, the first time you saw the dumbass with a pencil on his hat and flops on the ground in Omaha, Nebraska, that first interview, I want to know the thought process. How insane did you really think I was?
Dude, I didn't think it was crazy at all. Like I'm all about innovation, brother. You know that we've talked, and
Oh, yeah.
I love when people are unique, man. Like you got to stand out in some way, shape, or form, right? You know, I definitely have never seen anybody with a pencil and flip flops in the media. So you stand out. You know, I thought you were just very genuine and you understood. And in the interviews, they didn't feel like forced or it was just a conversation. And that's my favorite stuff to do. You know, that's why I was like, oh yeah, absolutely, I'll come on tonight. Just because it's an easy conversation. I hate when things are like staged, and that's definitely not the case with you. And I think you just have such a like you have such a love for the game and a love for doing what you do. And I think that takes it to a new level. You know, I think it's awesome.
Well, that's beyond kind, man. Your words mean more than you know. I do, and I mean it, man. Like that's what we did. Like why Ben started 11.7, what, 7 years ago, Ben? It was like we missed those conversations, right? Like after a Friday night or Sunday night, series win, like getting to sit around a fire, sitting around a YouTube channel, like just playing music and having a couple like Kool-Aids with the boys. Like this is what we wanted to feel like. That's what we missed.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
No Kool-Aid tonight. What are the boys drinking after an LSU dub? What's the go-to for you these days?
I mean, if you're of age, maybe some cold pops. Maybe freshmen drinking water. I don't know.
What's the go-to beer in Baton Rouge? Like what's on draft down there?
Well, I love a free or cold beer first. Then anything after that, I'm a simple man. I like Gold Tops. I like Miller Lite. Literally anything, man. I stay away from Budweiser. It's kind of heavy. I don't really like that, but I'm cool with whatever after that.
when we get to reunion time, man, first round of Millers are on me and the boys. So
come on, yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
Hey, come see us in Hoover this year.
Absolutely, dude. I'd love to. I don't know. Maybe it might be a little occupied with the baby being so new, but definitely next season I'll be out and about for sure, man.
Heck yeah.
Love that.
Got her a bunch of cool like LSU gear to rep, and some sweaters, some girl sweaters. So we're dialed in on that aspect.
That's so cool. Well, dude, I don't even know if we brought this up, but we're doing all this with Home Field Apparel. I'm not sure if you've ever checked out the brand before, dude.
Never. I've never heard of it.
But we got you a little gift, man. We've got a gift card for you, so you can go and I got a weird feeling you got a couple LSU jerseys rolling around, but they got a ton of LSU gear in there, so it can be for you, it can be gifted for the little one. But look at this bad boy, dude.
Dude, that's sick.
So we got you with one. So we'll take care of you. I think I'm going to be in Baton Rouge May 9th, 10th, and 11th. So you guys will be very much so occupied with some probably sleepless nights, but you can hand deliver something for you and the fam, brother.
Dude, I appreciate that, brother. I will definitely be around. We'll grab dinner or something. I'll sneak out. I'll get permission from the wife to sneak out for a little while.
I love it, man. Well, please tell her congratulations on behalf of us, man. We're so beyond excited for you, dude.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Heck yeah. The Creole Bambino. It is. I'm telling you, he's your favorite player's favorite player, Ben.
He needs a statue, dude. Ole Miss built a statue for Elko. LSU needs to build one for Creole Bambino.
I'm not bullshit. It's the first thing I said when I met him in Omaha. Did I not?
I might need a statue of me eating a hot dog or something with ketchup on my shirt, but I don't know about baseball.
He goes, they're probably going to build 3 a statue. I go, screw 3. He'll be fine. Let's get the ball.
He's going to have plenty of statues.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Is that what? Are you going ketchup on the hot dog? Is that what you're eating?
Oh, 100%. Ketchup, brother. I don't like mustard. Yeah.
No mustard. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
I'm not crazy. Yeah.
I like it, but you're crazy.
Oh, man.
Are you close to home? We can let you go. I know.
Yeah, I'm about to pull into the house, boys.
I was going to say, you graced us with your presence on the drive home. This could not have been better timing, dude.
No doubt. When you were texting me, I'm like, I'm about to finish up doing something. Yeah, absolutely. About to be in the car. Yeah. I appreciate you, boys, man.
Absolutely. Will not be the last time. Come hang out with us whenever, all right?
Will do, brother. I'll be tuning in tonight when the games are on, so I'll be listening.
Do it. Yeah.
We'll be running it, dude. We'll be running it.
Let's go.
Talk to that.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. See ya. Thank you.
Yep, later.
What a hot start, man, huh?
Hitting 2-hole.
Hitting 2
Cade
hole.
Beloso hitting 2-hole tonight behind John Fanta, both having babies. How about that?
It's a father-friendly pod, man.